Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Well, I don't know the days I can or can't burn.
And I do smell some fires around our house. We live in North Fargo, and I'm wondering, are they supposed to be burning at that time? Actually, I have been confused about that.
Fires have been running wild in the past few weeks, and now many people say they're confused about a statewide burn ban after some cities have lifted restrictions. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. Although today has been calm for firefighters, just 24 hours ago, multiple fires had crews battling all day. These fires, now much of the valley is under burn restrictions right now. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop dove into the confusion to figure out when you cannot burn.
The dry weather has sparked many fires in our area, leaving North Dakota Governor Jack Dalrymple extending the statewide fire emergency until May 8th. But early Friday, the cities of Grand Forks and Fargo lifted their bans on recreational fires within city limits. Fargo Fire Marshal Ryan Erickson explains the governor's orders are relaxed.
The governor declared a burn ban, and that applies for when the fire danger is high, very high or extreme, or during any red flag warnings.
Erickson says you can find out the fire danger for fire pits or campfires by checking their Facebook page and website. He also adds that bonfires and open burns require a permit.
Yeah, so the fire danger and the red flag warnings are directly tied to the weather, and as we know, the weather changes daily, so that needs to be checked every day.
Here across the river in Minnesota, there is no statewide burn ban, but counties such as Clay do have restrictions. Yesterday's fire in Clay County left crews spread thin, and Sheriff Bill Berquist says the burn barrel that started it is illegal, and that the property owner will be facing a hefty fine for the damage.
They're going to get a citation for burning without a permit. Also, if something, let's say somebody has a permit but gets out of hand and the fire department has to come, they're going to be responsible for paying for the fire call also.
Berquist says that the fines can cost thousands of dollars, and if you are looking for the status of the burn restrictions in Clay County, Berquist says to call your local fire department or even the sheriff's office. Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
To find the links where you can check the fire danger level, click on this story on valleynewslive.com. It's feeling like summer out there and people are taking advantage. Look at this, sunbathers along the banks of the Red River and people enjoying some fishing. Hopefully we can see more sunshine this weekend. Let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Hutch Johnson, for the latest. Hutch?
Sunglasses, sunscreen, all things that we need to keep in mind as we head into the close of our work week, and weather conditions are perfect. Now, the fire danger not as high right now because the wind is down, but we are dry, and as the wind increases as we go through the next 24 hours, the fire danger returns for us here in the valley. Temperatures this evening are lovely everywhere in the 70s. 70 Bemidji, 77 out in Bismarck, 78 in Aberdeen. So here's a look at that fire threat. Now, the yellowish color there, that's a fire weather watch. That's in effect through tomorrow, and the red flag warning is in effect out west. Now, as our wind for the evening stays fairly quiet, the sky is clear, it's going to be very pleasant, so get out and enjoy. We do have a chance at some greening moisture and maybe a rumble of thunder as we go through the weekend. I'll tell you all about it, Stephanie, here in just a couple of minutes.
Careful out there, but definitely enjoy that sunshine.
Yeah, careful with the burning.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Hutch. The names of two men who died in an ATV crash yesterday have been released. The owner and operator of the ATV, Corby Heller, and passenger was Robert Schmitz. Both were from rural Gardner, North Dakota. The two were found by their neighbor yesterday. According to one of the patrolmen reconstructing the scene, the ATV hit trees in the yard, and the construction is still under investigation. The Minnesota Board of Animal Health announced 2 new presumptive positive bird flu flocks in Minnesota today. That brings the current number of farms in Minnesota that will have their entire poultry flocks destroyed to 72. One of those farms was added to the list yesterday in Ottertail County. So far in our areas, there's 1 flock each in Clay, Wadena, and Roseau counties, and 3 flocks in Ottertail County. A crowd of at least 200 marched through the Twin Cities in support of Black Lives Matter after members of the movement appeared in court this morning on charges related to the December Mall of America demonstration. Now, the gathering was followed by a planned walkout by students across the metro in support of the group that they're calling the MOA 36, urging protesters prosecutors drop charges against them. The rally and the student walk are all part of what's called the Black Spring, a new round of national actions in the wake of the Baltimore uprising. From cops to in custody, according to the mayor's office, all 6 officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray have turned themselves in. One of the 6 is charged with second-degree murder, and some of the other charges include involuntary manslaughter, assault, and illegal arrest. The announcement came from the Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby, who said that there was no probable cause for officers to arrest Gray in the first place.
Lieutenant Rice, Officer Miller, and Officer Nero failed to establish probable cause for Mr. Gray's arrest, as no crime had been committed by Mr. Gray. Accordingly, Lieutenant Rice, Officer Miller, and Officer Nero illegally arrested Mr. Gray.
25-year-old Freddie Gray was arrested on April 12th and died a week later from a spinal cord injury. The Highway Patrol says alcohol was a factor in a hit-and-run crash that injured 2 people this morning. When police arrived, they found a pickup in the ditch with 29-year-old Darcy Ronham inside with cuts on her face. Investigators say the driver's side of Ronham's vehicle was broadsided by 20-year-old Taylor Olson. Olson was also injured but left the scene and was found a short distance away. Charges are pending against Olson. And the victim of another hit-and-run crash is speaking out. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson talks to the victim who saw James Parker coming at them with a chainsaw. Hear what they have to say on Valley News Live at 6. Northland Technical College in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, broke ground for a new $6 million building today. They hope it will help them fill the need for employees of an expanding industry. Now, the school is building a new aerospace building to help train drone maintenance technicians. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us how all this is tied to new careers in the Valley's ag industry.
And I noticed companies that had the unmanned aerial vehicles.
Army veteran Mark Waters saw drones at work in Afghanistan and decided that learning how to fix them would be a good career. So he's now doing just that at Northland Technical College.
I felt this was the best fit because of its reputation, and I grew up in Minnesota, so I wanted to keep it local as well.
For some of the larger companies that are out there supporting DoD operations, pay can be anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 starting out on some of those larger platforms.
Northland Technical College is already putting the pieces together to provide maintenance technicians for Grand Forks companies who are doing drone development and research. Northland is also making sure its graduates have a handle on the ever-increasing use of drones in agriculture.
Currently working with a large OEM tractor manufacturer in Fargo in some of their Minnesota dealers in a new precision ag equipment technician program.
Today, the school broke ground on a new building to help fill what's expected to be an exploding demand for drone technicians. They've already put together a partnership with Titan Machinery in Fargo.
Precision Agriculture Equipment Technology. So that PAET program is going to be a new program for the Thief River Falls campus. It will bring us into the modern age of agriculture, and it will be followed by other agricultural programming that will really expand our reach.
From Thief River Falls, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
And this fall, students will be able to get their degree in drone maintenance within a year at Northland. We've all heard about the importance of getting children reading and interested in books at an early age. Here in the Metro, the folks at United Way are making sure kids get that. Now, child care centers are having access to books all thanks to them. Volunteers fanned out across Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo with May Day baskets loaded with books. The program is called Imagination Library, and it's in its 12th year.
Last year it was so much fun. We walked in, we had this big stack of books. The kids literally ran up to us and wanted us to start reading to them. So there's lots of hugs, lots of smiles, lots of enthusiasm for the entire program. So it's really a joy to be part of it.
Imagination Library isn't just a one-day deal. The United Way says last year about 9,100 local kids got a book in the mail every month. From new countertops and kitchens to double sinks in bathrooms, FM area builders are showing off their designs this weekend. It's the 55th annual Spring Parade of Homes, and this year, more than 90 homes are being shown with the price tags of about $170,000 all the way up to over $1 million. Some homes have been staged by professional designers to help ensure the looks are up to date with the home or anyone who's looking for a new one.
I really want a family to feel that when they walk in the door, there's a personality to the home and they can really envision themselves living there. That's really important to me.
Now, 3 featured homes will have a $5 fee that will benefit the Home Builders Care Foundation. Still ahead for us, you think you might be doing the right thing when playing with your kid on the playground. We'll show you, though, how it might be putting your kid in danger.
Forecast facts today included some Friday fog to start our day, but things really improved with a lot of sun and fun heading into the weekend. Some greening showers are possible. Details are coming up next.